Earth -11. On this world, the genders of your favorite superheroes are reversed. The Atlanteans, led by their queen Aqua Woman, have come in peace. These water dwellers have been gone for a long time on an imposed exile. Why would they show up now? Well, Bryce Wayne knows better. A war is brewing, and these Atlanteans have no intentions of bringing peace while they march with their spears and tridents and creatures of mass destruction. This is a quiet takeover. Well, not if Bryce can do anything about it. Sure enough, the peace talks collapse into violence. Bryce Wayne took out their queen. Earth thought that the Atlanteans would retreat, but they retaliated, which led to the drowning of Gotham. A setback, a price of waging war. Sacrifices had to be made, and warriors had to adapt. So, Bryce Wayne takes on an undertaking to genetically modify her own body to breathe underwater and to move like they move now. She is Batman the Drowned. Accelerated healing is obtained, and she can now control water itself. But she outdone herself by engineering an army to fight by her side. With her dead water army, Bryce Wayne won the war, but her world paid a heavy price. In their retaliation, the Atlanteans drowned not just Gotham, but the entire world. So, she lit a lamp to shine out across the darkness of the deep. Her world is drowned, but a man who laughs arrives. He shows the drowned that her world cannot be saved, but there are others like her. There is a new war brewing, and she is needed. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Comic Island. My name is Joey, and thank you so much for checking out my review of Batman the Drowned, a DC metal tie-in. So this issue jumps around harder than a kid's bouncy ball. We get taken to the past and then back to the present day, where Bryce Wayne basically drowns Amnesty Bay. Then Aquaman and Mira come to stop her, but the heroes fail and Mira gets turned into a zombified member of Bryce Wayne's army of the undead? It's a bit confusing as to how she got her powers, but more on that later. Dr. Fate once again yanks Aquaman out of harm's way, and we end the comic with Bryce Wayne, the Batman who drowned, overseeing Amnesty Bay being completely submerged underwater. There are quite a few things I did enjoy about this one-shot, but it suffers from the same issues I had with DC Metal tie-in and Batman the Murder Machine. The story does not progress much at all. Unfortunately for Batman the Drowned, I'm left scratching my head a lot more than I did with Batman the Murder Machine or even Batman the Dawnbreaker. So let's go over a few things that didn't work quite well, and then we'll end it on a positive note about what did work for me in this issue. As I mentioned, the story jumps back and forth so often that I didn't feel like it had good flow. At one point, I stopped reading present day events and I only focused on reading the origin of Batman the Drowned. Then I went back to read about her fight with Aquaman and Mira. Her origin as Batman or Batwoman was never explained. This is a good thing because by now we're probably sick of Batman origin stories, so we jump straight into how this drowned Batman came to be. And it's pretty cool. She basically genetically modified herself with everything including the kitchen sink to get her new powers. We know she has accelerated healing, she controls water, and she can summon an army of the undead? How the hell can she do that with science? The primary Batman is more of a man of science and technology. Batman has been known to dabble in magic before, but he rather rely on teaming up with magic-based superheroes like John Constantine or Zatanna. But this Bryce Wayne basically played Operation on herself, and now she can control water power? I can understand the accelerated healing, but controlling water? Batman the Drowned battles it out with Mira, who has aquakinetics, which is magic-based, but somehow, Batman the Drowned overpowers Mira's magic and takes control of water. I know comics can be quite far-fetched, but come on! And then, her final ability, the power to summon an undead army to do her bidding. The undead grabs Mira and turns her into one of them, so they are basically zombies that understands and they have a boss. Maybe there is a bit of magic in her origin story, but this brings another problem with this comic book. And the problem is that she has such a rich origin story that leaves a ton of loopholes, such as how she obtained her powers. Another factor I want to know is, who started the war? If the Atlanteans came out of a self-imposed exile and wanted to reconnect with the world again, what stopped them? Did they initiate the war, or did Batman the Drowned started it? So now we go into what motivates this Batman the Drowned. She talks about losing her lover or boyfriend or husband. It was never clear. Due to her loss, she grieves by bringing on the pain, and the Atlanteans are an easy target. The aftermath of her war against the Atlanteans resulted in her entire world completely underwater. I guess the ice caps melted and now we have an abundance of water on Earth? It isn't clear as to who survived because we only get shots of her in her solitude looking over her lonely kingdom, so it's up to us to guess as to what happened. I'm gonna go with the Batman the Drowned is the only one left on Earth because everyone else is dead. So as you can see, they set up a really intricate backstory filled with so many unanswered questions mixed with a strange new ability. This is either too complicated or too strange for me to grasp. Because of that, I didn't enjoy Batman the Drowned's origin story as much as I should have. But on a positive note, there are some redeeming qualities of this issue and I want to bring that up. I love how Bryce Wayne is portrayed as a protagonist and Aquaman is the antagonist. This issue does this better than the other Batman tie-ins in DC Metal. The art is also really gritty and dark, which adds to the mystery surrounding this character because, let's face it, we don't know much even after her origin story. Her character design is also really cool. I feel like she could show up in the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie and it would feel completely natural. The change of sex is also a smart move. Barbados brings us a bunch of Batmen from different multiverses, so they gotta pluck a female Batman to add to their roster. Why? Because equality. Oh yeah, by the way, her role was never explained as ending. How was she so convinced to help out the Batman who laughs? We know that the dark multiverse is collapsing on itself, but what? Did we just gloss right over this fact when it came to Bryce Wayne? Anyway, what did you think about this issue? And were you thinking that this Batman was just an amalgamated version of Aquaman and Batman? Please let me know in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time in another Comic Island video.